The lady that's here once in a
Jenna
while.
runs around.
I run around. So I think some people aren't sure. Do I work for Judy? Do I work for Pinnacle? Do I work for Bob? Do I work for Maps? Who on earth does Jenna work for? So at the end of the day, I do not work for Pinnacle. I do not work for the people who built the buildings, which is Maps. I work for the Quinte Community and Housing First Partnership, and I am their coordinator. So technically, I work for you guys. I work for the building, and I work for the people who live in the building. So that's not who pays my paychecks. Altogether Affordable Housing is technically my boss, but at the end of the day, I work for you guys. So if there's a disagreement between the landlords and a tenant, I'm trying to help with that. If there's a disagreement between tenants, I try to help with that. If there's a disagreement or anxiety about the property manager, I try and help with that. Because at the end of the day, my job is to support you guys. And part of that is to make sure that people are successful here, to make sure that people are safe here, and to make sure that you guys have what you need to be here for as long as you want to be here, which I hope for a lot of people will be forever. So we won't watch them now because they are kind of long, but on Bob's website, so on Altogether Affordable Housing's website, and we can watch them at the end if people want, we've made 2 videos about these buildings. So we've got a first video, and then we made a second video a couple weeks ago. So we can watch these at the end if people want. They're about 6 minutes long. But that, if anyone...
Is that the first one, the one I was in?
Yeah, there's that. We can... Do people want to watch the first video for those who haven't seen it? Show of hands, maybe?
I've seen it already.
You've seen it?
Too many times.
Marlene wants to see it.
I want to see it.
Well, how about this? We'll play it at the end for those who want to stay and watch it, okay?
Want
But
to see the
there's-
second one?
And there is a second one, so we can watch the second one too. You haven't seen them?
No.
And I think a lot of people in Building B haven't seen them, so we can even play them over in Building B if we want.
Okay.
So that's just a little bit about who Jenna is.
Okay.
Do we want to do round 2 with some snacks?
Oh, it's all right.
Oh, I see. Alright, so feel free if you've had firsts, there's a bunch left, so feel free to go get seconds too if you want. There are a few people who didn't feel comfortable coming in with so many people in here, so let's try to leave a little bit left over for folks who may come in after. Alright, so about the common rooms, so we have a few people in buildings A and buildings B who have keys to the common rooms. So they lock them up in the mornings, they lock them up, or unlock them in the mornings, they lock them up at night, and they make sure that the rooms are kept nice and tidy. So all of that said though, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't be washing our own coffee cups. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't be spilling or cleaning up spills if we have any. People do a great job of making sure that these rooms are nice and tidy. Lucas is someone in building B, Marlene's someone in building A, George is someone in building A. So we've got a few people who help keep these rooms nice and tidy, but it goes a long way if people wash their own dishes, if people clean up coffee spills that they make. It's everyone's room, right? So a few people are in charge of making sure it's nice and clean, but we can all be doing a bit to be helping out with that. And so I use the coffee jars that are in both common rooms to buy more coffee, to buy more cream, to make sure we have sugar. It's not mandatory to be throwing 10 cents, $1, 50 cents, whatever in those jars. But there may be some weeks that I'm not able to buy cream or coffee or sugar if I don't have any money to be buying it from. A few people have bought stuff for the common rooms, and you absolutely can do that if you're able to and if you want to. Cases of water, some people have bought coffee, some people have bought cream. These rooms are what you guys want, right? So if we want to be having coffee in the mornings, which has been happening a lot in common room B, which is lovely, it's been happening a lot, then it means that we need funds to keep that running, right? So this works as much or as little as you guys want. So if at the end of the day, coffee and keeping that stuff going, people aren't interested, then we won't do it. But for now, we're just going to try to keep it going if we can.
But they shouldn't be, maybe it's not the right time to speak up, but they shouldn't be taking money out of there doing their laundry, should they?
Well, that's a tough one. So I have told people if I'm not here to check the jar, and if there's a loonie and you've got 4 quarters, or if you've got a toonie,
I'm not talking about that.
no.
I'm talking about taking money.
No,
and not
Shayla
making
had
change.
quarters to change, Doris.
No,
Looking for a loonie.
she didn't put it in there, she took
But she couldn't find a loonie.
So my understanding is that people are exchanging money in the jars. I don't know of anyone who's just taking money out, and anyone who may have done that has come to me, and we've worked it out. That money is money from the building, so it belongs to everyone. So if someone decides that they're owed money more than anyone else, these buildings aren't gonna run, and we'll figure that out pretty quickly. But the laundry machines have been changed, so they don't take toonies, some of them don't take quarters, so loonies are really a hot commodity nowadays. So people do check those jars to see if there's loonies. I check them too, because that's how I am able to go out and buy cream and stuff. There isn't a whole lot of loonies rolling around in there, but so far, to my knowledge, nobody's just taking money out, but that will be addressed with them if need be. So if anyone sees that, let me know. Letting guests in. So we have 2 buildings now, and sometimes guests or even workers who are coming don't know that we have 2 buildings. So if you've got a few people coming in behind you, it's okay to say, hey, are you guys here to visit someone? Can I, help you out to find where you're looking for? We've had a few people in the building who have gotten knocks on their doors in building A from people who are looking for those in building B. So it's causing some folks a little bit of anxiety because they're having people coming to their door that they don't know, and it's making some folks uncomfortable. So it's okay just to ask who's coming in behind you to say, can I help you find someone? Because we have 2 buildings now. That's just a little reminder. So Secret Santa, I'm pretty sure we did this last year. Did we?
Yep.
I think we did.
Yeah,
We got a, yep.
people buy bar.
Exactly. So if anyone who's interested in doing it wants to let me know, then just like Adriana said, we're gonna put it on a piece of paper. We pick out those names, and so if people want to let me know by December 1st, and then that way I'll know I have everyone who wants to be a part. I'll draw the names, and maybe Adriana, if you're around, you can help me. We can help get them out to everyone.
Yeah.
That work for you? Okay. So by December 1st, just let me know.
You don't draw the names, do you? Don't draw our own name?
I guess we could. We could do that too. We could have a big bucket of names, and I'll knock on people's doors and draw names that way.
Yeah.
That'd work too. That would probably be easier
I
than me
know,
drawing
I
them.
had an iPad like at school. You go to a dollar store and get like 9 things because of tax or something like
Yep.
that. Right?
Yep. So we have a $10 limit. So just like Trish said, you could go to the dollar store and get 9 things, and then leave the buck for tax, and that's exactly what we did last
If it's a
year.
guy or a girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think it worked out really well last year. All right, a self-care workshop. So I have it on the calendar here, and I've got posters up in both rooms. So we have someone coming on the 20th. Here.
Sorry, don't mind.
No, don't worry about it. So we have someone coming on November 20th who's setting up in Common Room B from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock to talk about self-care. So I don't know exactly what it is they're going to be doing. I'm not sure. But my understanding is that she works with one of our partner agencies. She's a student.
Yeah,
And
Joanne.
Yeah, and so
That'd be
she
very
wanted
good.
to come in and just do self-care, whatever that means for folks. So there might be, there's gonna be a little bit of maybe like meditation, maybe there'll be a little bit of, I don't know, getting your nails done, not self-care for me, so maybe they'll be doing it there. Joanne also has a small dog that she was thinking about bringing with her that day. I know for me,
It's so cute.
seeing and petting a dog is a bit of self-care for myself. So
Yeah.
if people would be okay with that, over in building B, then we'll have a little dog there
I
too.
saw that at the barbecue, it's so cute.
So that is open to anyone who wants to come. So you don't have to sign up, there's no cost to participate, it's just meeting someone new and learning a little bit about self-care, and then those are pieces you'd be able to do yourself, by yourself, or even with other neighbors, maybe in the common room again. But that's happening next week.
It's Wednesday.
So, and if anyone has any more questions about that, I don't have a lot of the information, but just come ask me and we'll figure it out.
And there's supposed to be snacks.
Yes, there will be snacks. So that usually gets people out.
Yeah.
There will be snacks. So, about the smoking area. I don't think this super applies to a lot of people in here, but a few people have asked, so I'm gonna put it up. People have talked about wanting a covered area out in the smoking area, which I get. It's blustery out there, it's snowing now in November, so it's kind of crappy out there, so a covered area would be nice. However, you can't smoke in a covered area. So I looked up, if I can find them, where you can smoke or vape in Ontario. And I picked the sheltered areas. So you cannot smoke or vape in an outdoor shelter that has more than 2 walls and a roof if the public or employees are invited to use it. So, because I don't smoke, but because there's an employee here, that could be my smoking area if I did, because we have workers who come here, that could be their smoking area. That could be, not only for you guys, but an employee area. So we can't have a shelter that has more than 2 walls or a roof. Alright, so, has to have less than 2 walls and a roof. Fair enough. So, if people would like to, if tenants want something that fits outside of that description, then we can talk about how to make that work. But at the end of the day, everything costs something, right? So if we want a smoking area out there that's going to have less than 2 walls and doesn't have a roof or has a roof, we have to figure out how to pay for it. And
Why can't they smoke in the gazebo? It's not over 9 meters away.
So it's
Got
because
no
it has a
walls.
roof and because it's available to
It has no
employees.
walls, so.
But it's because it's available to employees and it has a roof. It fits some of the parameters. And that's why there are no smoking signs in the gazebo.
I know, but
because
there's smokers that I've seen that have smoked in there.
call bylaw. I don't live here, right? So I'm not necessarily the one who runs around telling everyone that they're breaking the rules. That's not meant to be my rule.
No.
But if somebody wants to be using the gazebo that isn't a smoker, that's what that space is for. But I understand why the smokers may be out there because they don't have anywhere else covered to go. So it's a tough situation and we're trying to figure it out.
Why couldn't they get another gazebo and just put it out in the smoking area?
Because it has a roof and
If
because
it has no
employees
sides.
employees are allowed to use it. So because
Well,
of
maybe the
the,
employee could be on that, the employees can't use the one with a roof over
and
it.
then that would need to be policies that would have to be changed then. That
Yeah.
all of the PSWs or any workers that are
Yeah.
coming into the building would need to be made aware that
Oh,
they're
I see
not
what you
able
mean.
to use that, yeah. So it's where if people in the smoking area want a covered area, then we need to find something that fits within all the bylaws and all the rules. And then on top of that, we need to figure out how to pay for it. Cause it's really easy to say, the owners will just put it up, but at the end of the day, having a covered section is on the bottom of the list of the stuff the owners wanna get done for us.
Yeah.
We need the elevators, we need the
Yes,
intercom,
Yes.
we need, the driveway to be shoveled, we need the garden to be up and running. So a covered area, sure, we can ask the owners to pay for it. But it's gonna be on top of this.
my money.
Your buzzer? Or
No.
the bus? The bus, yeah. Adrian, are you talking about what just happened, was that yesterday?
The city bus?
No,
Yeah, if the driveway's
Oh,
not cleared, her
oh,
bus probably won't come in.
yeah, so,
Yes.
yeah, they could
Then it can't get in.
and not they got it in.
Yep, absolutely. That's a great point, actually. So things like clearing the snow, getting the garden,
Yeah.
getting the shed, all of that stuff comes before a covered area for the smoking.
If
So-
I could
Yeah.
just mention too, so like yesterday, Adriana came on the bus, but she didn't wanna get off the bus, cause she didn't have her cell phone, she
Yeah,
forgot it
good
at
phone.
the Quinny Sports and Wellness Center.
Oh,
So if, we've told Adriana, just get off, and if you see anybody here, they can say, go find Jenna for me, please, and then Jenna will help Adriana Brianna, so if she comes or says to you, if you can just help her find Jenna sometimes, cause Jenna's between the two buildings.
Yeah.
And then Jenna can help problem solve it.
Yep.
Okay.
That would be great if you
No, no
would.
problem.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we mentioned, sorry, go
We're
ahead.
talking, sorry, we're talking about a covered shelter for
Yeah.
the smokers. My understanding of that law was they cannot have any kind of roof over.
Yeah.
How are you gonna get a covered shelter if you're,
And so I don't know, this was just me doing a little bit of research about the bylaws in Ontario. There may be Belleville specific ones that I just haven't found yet. But I brought this up because a few people have mentioned they would like and would appreciate a covered shelter out for the smokers, and I get it. And I know that the smoking area wasn't working really well for a while, which is why we fixed it and why we put it somewhere else and made it bigger.
Or you can just be like some people and put a blanket under there and
So-
open your window.
Yes.
What about if it was kind of like that shelter for the bus people?
See, and
I was
then.
being sarcastic with that.
Yeah, right, because it says, not smoke or vape in an outdoor shelter that has more than 2 walls and a roof if the public or employees
Being
are
very
invited to use it.
Oh,
So
I just
because
have
we
to-
have,
Shut up.
for example, bus shelter, yeah, so we couldn't have something like that because it has,
The
Yeah,
hands are
because
clean,
then
nice.
I would be allowed to use it because I'm an employee here. And any of the PSWs that come in, any of the agency workers, they wouldn't be allowed to
I'm
use
very
it
good
either.
at rolling.
And so then where do they go? So it's just trying to figure out how to make it work for everyone.
Well, with the
Yep.
smoking area, why can't anybody use it, even the employees if they smoke?
Well, they can, but they can't if we put up a shelter like